Hello everyone and welcome back to W2K14 Universe. I'm your host Jitch and you're watching NXT.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a total combined weight of 509 pounds, Darren Young, Titus O'Neil, the Prime Time Player.
Got an interesting announcement for you kicking off tonight's NXT as we are set to find out the first ever NXT Champion in the main event. I have been informed to announce to you that tonight we will be taking part in what is initially announced to not be a part of NXT, will now be strongly considered as a part of NXT, and that is NXT Tag Team Championships. They will be debuted in 2 weeks' time, believe it or not, as tonight's matchup here will determine who will be competing in the first NXT Tag Team Championship match. More on that in just a second.
Their opponents, Wolf and Bryce Walker, the new Millennia.
Yeah, we got a brand new NXT Tag Team Championships confirmed to be on this brand, as we've actually managed to find out that there are quite a few alliances being formed here, and that is why following the loss from Seth Rollins and the involvement of who we now know to be Dean Ambrose, we've been told that next week, I'll get to that in just a second because I think entrance is almost over, so if you give me just a sec here. Yeah, so next week here on NXT, we'll be seeing a tag team match, regardless of the main event's outcome, might I add, because I know there could be some concern about the main event tonight. It's very interesting how this one's played out. So because we have 4 teams here on NXT that have clearly been indicated in the past few weeks, we're now confirming the NXT Tag Team Championship, as there are actually currently only 4 teams on both Raw and SmackDown respectively, so there's no reason not to have them here on NXT. So here tonight we've got these 2 teams facing off. Next week, and this is why I say regardless of the main event's outcome tonight, it will be Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins teaming up to face off against the tag team of Andre the Giant and King Kong Bundy, the Heenan family. So we'll be having potentially a double champion to kick off NXT, as Andre is set to face off against Big E Langston in our main event tonight. I think it's quite a bold move of Walker to decide to be the one to start this match off. You can tell that Wolf is obviously itching to get in the ring. Uppercut there by Bryce Walker as he tries to take control of Darren Young, and I think he's done a pretty good job of it so far. Definitely seems to be standing a better chance against Darren Young in the early goings than he did in his debut match against Sergeant Slaughter. Slaughter says that he's not finished with Walker. He wants to actually face Walker one-on-one once again, as he doesn't think that Walker really proved anything by having Wolf defeat Sergeant Slaughter last week. However, Slaughter is currently not 100% after the beatdown that he suffered last week. And the 2 big men tagged in at the same time as Wolf Kessler comes in to face off against Titus O'Neil. And O'Neil has been extremely impressive. This guy made it to the semifinals of the NXT Championship tournament before being eliminated, so I definitely wouldn't underestimate Titus in this situation. I know he's definitely outmeasured in terms of both thickness and height, but I think with that being said, Titus is an extremely impressive performer. I'd actually have to say, not to bet against my friends here, I'd have to say, I think that the Primetime Players are quite a favorable combination to win the tag team titles. If not in a couple weeks' time, then for sure we'll be seeing them down the line, I'd imagine, as tag team champions. But then I think the same can be said for both teams in this matchup. In fact, I think all 4 teams competing in this NXT Championship Tag Team Tournament are all great tag teams, genuinely. You know, you've got just absolute mammoths of men in Andre the Giant and King Kong Bundy. You've got just purely the unknown in Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. And the new Millennia, you got these really hungry, really determined young upstarts who very much seem to be fueled off of the spite of the older generation coming to NXT and stealing their spotlight. And then finally, you got the primetime players. You know, you got these really charismatic guys carrying themselves with a lot of swagger, and I think they've been extremely impressive, mostly Titus, admittedly, in singles competition. And I feel like the opportunity that's waiting around the corner for those two is, well, for every team involved, actually, is infinite. The only thing I'll say is, in terms of, like, the tag teams that I've seen, you know, Bryce and Darren Young, they haven't exactly been the most successful, but I think Bryce has been extremely impressive, at least in his debut matchup, whereas I don't really feel like we've gotten the fullest taste of what Darren Young is capable of yet. So I am very interested to see that man prove himself, if not tonight, then in the future. And I like the way that Bryce, it doesn't matter who it is, he doesn't back down. Titus O'Neil, the legal man, he'll get in there, he'll fight them. He's not concerned. This is exactly the kind of opposition that Walker and Wolf made it abundantly clear that they want. The new Millennia are focused on young talent. They want NXT to be about the future, not the past. Not legends in the wrestling world making their debut in this here universe. They want it to be about the new faces. The youngins. Cover attempt there, and that's a kick out. Darren Young now going for his finishing gutbuster, and he does. Is this going to be a tough loss for Walker to have to swallow here tonight? Wolf just about broke that one up. I think Kessler very much kept Bryce Walker in the match here. And, oh, reversal there by Darren Young. What? What was that? What's the referee getting angry about? Let him out, I think he said. Bryce now coming off the top rope. Big superplex to the center of the ring. I was going to say, you might want to bring the big man in. We haven't really seen a whole lot of Wolf in this match just yet. Versus Titus O'Neil. Power slam there by Kessler as he takes down Titus. He shoves Wolf off and a big shoulder tackle there. And a reversal. Bryce just Batista-ing those ropes right now. Have they ever actually programmed Batista doing that to the ropes in a game? I don't mean like victory celebration, like as a taunt. Big choke slam there by Wolf as he goes for the cover as he finished this one. No, Titus O'Neil able to kick out of that huge choke. Oh, very quick heel kick there by Wolf. Goes to show that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. A lot of people think Wolf may be a little too slow to be busting out a kick like that. Very Big Show-esque. Titus manages to find himself back in control, surprisingly. I really thought that chokeslam was going to be a turning point in this match. Titus O'Neil now makes the hot tag to Darren Young. And a big right hand. Oh, Wolf able to reverse it. And don't forget, not only in 2 weeks' time will we be finding out new NXT Tag Team Champions, but in 2 weeks' time we'll be bracing ourselves for the next Earn Your Spot match on Superstars. Wolf now coming in with that laid to rest on Darren Young as... What is Walker doing? Bryce? What was that? Are you just trying to do a really cool spot at the wrong time? Bryce may have just blown it a little bit there. I mean, he is still a newbie. You got to give him a little bit of breathing room with that. Very fresh to the wrestling world, okay? Still understanding how things work. Cover attempt on Kessler, but and it's just a kick out. And headbutt. Turning Young over and stomping down on the arm. And obviously I think the thing that will be really interesting about the tag division here on NXT is NXT is very much a place of experimentation. It's a place of finding yourself. You could find a partner that you never knew would be your partner. There's no telling who's going to be coming to NXT in the future as well, because these Earn Your Spot matches eventually, I feel, are going to lead to some people coming down to NXT, as Wolf now goes for the finishing move, the big stretch. It's not actually his finishing move, I'm just trying to make a joke. I feel like Darren Young may be focused on the wrong guy here. Kessler knocking out the referee by mistake. And a knee to the gut.
And he brings his leg crashing down. I can't believe everything that's
Darren Young now.
thus far.
Scooped up into oh, okay. I think his face hit the rope there. That's not good. It's not good at all. Walker now tagged in, goes straight in for oh, okay, I thought he was going for a cover there. Leg sweep by Darren Young. He goes in for the cover right away. And Walker able to kick out. I gotta say, I do feel like a fatigued Wolf is going to be a little bit slow on the support.
I can't believe everything that's transpired thus far. It's been so physical.
This match is definitely been slowed down quite a bit here. Cover attempt by Darren Young, and Bryce able to kick out. Notice the panic on Wolf though as he comes running in, and I think that's very justified at this point in the matchup. We're 10 minutes deep. For both teams, this is their first ever tag team matchup. There's a lot to prove here for this brand new tag division on NXT. I mean, obviously NXT itself is still very new, but we're a new tag division now as well. And Darren Young going to try and force a submission out of Bryce, and Wolf making sure that doesn't happen. Very good running neck breaker there by Bryce. As he goes for the cover. And Titus breaks things up. Okay. Tag team partners very much the saving graces in this match at this point in time, as I feel all four participants are being very worn out. And the submission expert Bryce Walker once again coming in with a submission hold there, but again Titus O'Neil comes in, breaks it up, very well keeping his partner in the match, I'd imagine. Titus now we're back in the ring. Pulls Walker away from the ropes and he goes for a cover. And Wolf just about breaks that one up. I think Kessler really needs to get in the ring. Was that Wolf's finishing move that Titus just did to Walker? That's a little bit of a low blow. And it got the job done too. Ouch. Titus O'Neil going real personal with that finisher. Well, the primetime players have advanced to the NXT Championship match. I tell you, he was a semi-finalist in the NXT Championship tournament. Could Titus O'Neil make up for that loss by being NXT Tag Team Champion in 2 weeks' time? Well, primetime players are very excited about this win. The man is literally barking. As we move towards our next match of the night, Dusty Rhodes, the homecoming after his tough loss back on get the word out, buddy. Just get the word out. Back on Superstars, he was unable to win and take a spot on the SmackDown roster after a loss to Robert Scorpio. But the future could still be bright for Dusty Rhodes if he can just defeat Fandango and keep that momentum rolling on NXT. There you go.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring. 5
Well, Fandango, a very unique individual. I really enjoy his swagger and his personality. I know it's not everyone's thing, but professional dancer gone wrestler is just such a fun guy, you know? And I think we're in for a fun time with Fandango. Here tonight he has got to try and avenge his debut loss to Big E Langston. And I believe he's pulled back on his relationship a little bit with Summer Rae. He said, maybe you should just be my backup dancer. Maybe you shouldn't be at ringside for my matches. So, I believe she will be dismissed from ringside in a moment. Which feels a little harsh from Fandango, but, you know, he did lose his debut match. I don't think it was necessarily her fault, but he also didn't apparently enjoy too much the fact that everyone's eyes were on Summer Rae and not on Fandango. So, we shall see. I mean, the guy knows how to make an entrance. He just stares right at the boob. He nodded. He nodded. He accepted the boob. Fans joining in with Fandango's little dance there to the crowd. Okay. Boy, the PS3 graphics are strong on this one. I still think this guy has just one hell of an entrance. It's a hero's welcome back.
And approaching the ring from Austin, Texas, weighing 275 pounds, Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes giving a warm welcome back to NXT. He may have come up short in taking Robert Scorpio's spot and becoming an official member of the SmackDown roster, but I believe he is still very much in high spirits. And I think we're about to see that booty wiggle of the ever charismatic Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. You gotta love him. And if you don't, well, you're probably no fun, frankly. You probably suck a little bit. That's all. So here we go, Dusty Rhodes coming in hot here. He may have lost a little bit of momentum in his loss to Robert Scorpio, but he is not going to let that phase him one bit here tonight. And I think Fandango is very much in the same mindset. He suffered that loss to Big E Langston. Obviously, Big E ended up going the distance, so in a way, you know, I feel like there's no shame in knowing that you lost to the guy that ended up going to the finals. Looking forward to next week's main event here on NXT, a submission match set to take place between King Kong Bundy and Ric Flair, and we've been told that Bobby the Brain Heenan must stay away from this matchup after he almost cost King Kong. But I just realized the NXT Tag Team Championship tournament will have to be put on hold because that match was already scheduled beforehand. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, so I believe the Heenan family, Bundy and Andre's match will have to be delayed a little bit. Sorry, I completely forgot that that was the case. But yeah, we kind of already had a Ric Flair and King Kong Bundy match set up. Big elbow there by Dusty Rhodes. Well, either way, Titus O'Neil and Darren Young will be facing the winner of Rollins and Ambrose versus the Heenan family. The question is, will Andre the Giant be walking into that Tag Team Championship qualifying match with the NXT Championship in his possession? I was about to say around his waist, but I don't feel like Andre's the kind to wear it. Maybe he wears it around his waist. I don't know. Don't honestly know.
You know, I'm a big fan of NXT. I think it's a great way to introduce the WWE Universe to the
Dusty Rhodes now, coming off that second rope with a big elbow. My god, the distance this guy can get is very admirable. You know, I kind of am a little glad to see that Dusty Rhodes didn't go to SmackDown, and not just because obviously it means a victory for Robert Scorpio, who naturally I'm going to be rooting for at least a little bit, but also because I kind of would prefer to see him go to Raw, truth be told. I feel like him teaming up with his son, Cody Rhodes, that would be such a great combination. That being said, we haven't really seen a lot of Cody Rhodes as of late. I hope he's doing alright. Don't think Cody Rhodes has made a single appearance since his loss at WrestleMania in the Intercontinental Championship ladder match. Or is he scheduled for a match this Saturday on Superstars? I think he might be. No, he isn't. My mistake. Oh, Fandango! I think he calls that the last dance, if I'm not mistaken, as he goes for the cover and oh, Dusty Rhodes kicks out. So it wasn't the last dance, if that is what it's called. It's a play on words, obviously. I'm not saying that I don't know if that's the move's name or not, because it wasn't the end of the match. That's more what I meant. I've been corrected so many times on so many minor things that I can't help but cover my ass when it comes to certain things I say and the way in which I've said them. Forearm after forearm here by Fandango. He's been all over Dusty Rhodes. Cover attempt here on the American Dream. Ooh, almost. This is not the Dusty Rhodes that we were seeing weeks ago.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other. Oh, the punch connects.
Dusty now covered here by Fandango once again. Why does he have commentary lines if he's not? Don't get it. And there you go. Well, a very impressive win for Fandango, and I guess maybe he was right to say that he didn't want Summer Rae at ringside. Because, hey, that did work out a lot better for him. Or maybe it's just because he wasn't facing Big E Langston. I'm not entirely sure. She's got a microphone. What is this? Well, that's impressive. Huh? It sure is. And he is victorious. She did not seem to like the looks of whatever he just whispered into her ear. But Fandango is victorious. As we move on to our main event, the time has come to find out who is the first ever NXT Champion. Will it be Big E Langston or Andre the Giant? One thing I do know is, as Big E once said, it's just going to be two meaty men just smacking meat. That's our main event, and it's next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Championship. Making his way to the ring from Tampa, Florida, weighing 302 pounds, Big E Langston.
Oh, this is a big matchup for this guy, and yet there is no fear in his eyes. And let me remind you that because the NXT Championship tournament has been taking place since the first episode in NXT, both Big E Langston and Andre the Giant walk into tonight's match undefeated, respectively. Neither one of these two have lost a single match to get to this point. So this is really any man's game. And I think there's something about that just gives this so much more than it already had, and it had a lot going for it already.
And introducing the challenger from Grenoble in the French Alps, weighing 476 pounds, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant.
Now, you may be noticing that there is an absence here tonight. We've been told that for a match of this level of importance, Bobby the Brain Heenan has been banned from ringside. In fact, the entire backstage area is on lockdown for this main event. It is complete high security, no way to the ring. This is going to be a one-on-one match. Whether Heenan, Bundy, or anybody else has any issues with that, it does not matter. We are going to see an NXT Champion crowned tonight. It is an extremely important and historic moment for NXT, a brand that was at one point cancelled, and that will not be sabotaged by any level of interference. So this is a straight up one-on-one match. And I cannot wait to see who the better man is, because truth be told, I don't know. And here it is for the first time ever, the NXT Championship. Probably one of the beefiest straps you'll ever see. That thick championship will be in possession by one of these two coming out of this one. Can't do it. Can't do it, and I'm not going to. Kick to the midsection there by Big E Langston as Andre the Giant takes control, but Big E is able to turn it around. And just bear in mind that in a couple of weeks' time, Andre the Giant will be competing alongside Bundy to try and become NXT Tag Team Champions if they can defeat the team of Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. I hear that before then, we may actually see Dean Ambrose's in-ring debut next week in singles competition, but whether or not that is to be the case, I do not know. I am simply speaking in rumors. And Big E Langston has actually managed to take control of Andre the Giant. Very impressive.
It's an amazing atmosphere in this arena tonight.
Sorry, I'm recording at 5:30 in the morning again. Kick attempt there by Andre the Giant as he chops down Big E Langston off the apron. Two people just bursting with momentum in this one. Soon to find out the first ever NXT Champion, and look at the strength of Big E Langston. Tell me that's not a guy with an extremely bright future, and I'll tell you, you're lying straight to my face. Kick to the midsection there by Big E Langston. Referee up to a count of 5, and of course with this prestigious NXT Championship on the line, you don't want to see this one end in a count out, and especially not in a disqualification. We need a clean-cut winner coming out of this one. I'm going to be very upset if we don't get that. I think so is everybody else too. Nice scoop slam there by Big E Langston. My god, he makes lifting Andre the Giant look like it's nothing. Some big news, by the way, I believe, with Hulk Hogan making his debut this Monday on Raw. I think we've had every roster member revealed across all three brands. I don't think there's any more mystery people to be unveiled. I could be wrong, I might be missing someone, but I think everyone has made their first appearance by now. Big shoulder tackle there by Big E Langston. Remember, it was one of those massive shoulder tackles of his that actually took out Titus O'Neil incredibly quickly and advanced Big E Langston to the finals here tonight. Andre the Giant had a very competitive matchup with Seth Rollins last week on NXT, but he was able to best him in the main event to advance to this one. And this is, I believe, Big E Langston's first opportunity in the spotlight. I don't think any of his matches on his road to this NXT Championship match tonight have actually been in the main event. Again, I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. Side suplex by Andre the Giant takes down Big E. Big E just seems to be taking each strike from Andre the Giant and continuing to fight back with everything he's got. Baba. The ring goes. Big E Langston, Andre the Giant in pursuit. I want to remind you once again, you will not see any appearance from Bobby the Brain Heenan nor King Kong Bundy. Now, obviously, I don't think Big E Langston has made any allies, so you don't have to worry about that on his side. But yeah, you will not see anyone else in this match, is what I'm trying to say, basically. Andre with Big E in the corner, toying with him. You know, that's the thing, is every time Big E Langston lifts Andre the Giant, you're reminded of what an incredible feat of strength that is and just how powerful Big E Langston is. But every single time that Andre the Giant throws around Big E Langston, it's like a kid playing with a toy. It's so effortless, it's so seamless, it's nothing to Andre. Shoving down Big E Langston. And it's very rare you'll see someone the size of Big E handled the way that Andre does.
I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
Oh my good God! And the crowd did not react to that at all, naturally. Right there from Andre, and then the left caught by Big E, and now... Okay, well, I mean, sometimes it is a matter of whatever it takes. I feel like we'll see that from both participants in this matchup, so I can't really get too upset at one or the other. There's that big shoulder tackle by Big E Langston. He pounds away at the face of Andre the Giant. Submission hold. Could this be the way that this NXT Championship match ends? Andre's not him, but he's not submitting. Big E continues to just strike down Andre. Now here we go. This is one in the match last week. However, Andre the Giant is not Titus O'Neil. I don't think he claims to be either. Out of the ring, and it seems like Big E maybe just buying some time to recover here. Back inside the ring goes Andre, and out of the ring goes Big E, and then back in, and a big chop across the chest of Langston, and now just walking. Oh my God. You know, after some of the ways I've seen Big E lift Andre, though, oof, I don't know that that would have affected him as much as I think Andre intended for it to. Oh my God, the big ending on Andre the Giant. That's got to be a career highlight right there. Is this it? No. Oh man, that needed to be it. That must have taken so much out of Big E Langston to be able to lift Andre the Giant on one arm like that.
He gets out of trouble there.
Oh my God. Center of the ring. That's the arm. So, interesting choice from Andre. And back. And now Andre with Big E up on his feet. Oh, elbow. And there's a belly to belly. Very impressive, but doesn't go for the cover. I always find it really questionable when they don't go for the cover, because you can't help but think to yourself what they could be throwing away. A belly to Andre the Giant is absolutely a pin-worthy moment. Headbutt there from Andre. He works over that leg. Damn near tore out of place there. And now Andre hooking the arms. Ooh! Launches Big E Langston. Has Andre the Giant just captured the NXT Championship? The fans on their feet, but no. One count. Just a one count. Another takedown by Big E Langston. He seems to be very wise to the fact that he needs to keep Andre on the mat for as long as possible. And with all due respect to Andre, when you're that size, that's going to take a lot out of you to have to keep getting up. I kind of get it. Just don't let this be it, please. Andre wise to shift around, but decides to just power out instead. Big elbow across the shoulder of Big E Langston as Andre knees away at the NXT, the potential NXT, I don't know why I called him the NXT Champion, I don't know. And don't worry, the rig is not in, I'm not playing this match. You literally saw it. I think between these two, I'm rooting for a Big E Langston victory. I think that would be really cool, but I'd be happy with either. Once again, a huge power move by Big E Langston. This guy is so incredible. Stops on the arm. Oh my god. Oh my god. Back body drop. What a fall for Andre to have to take. Has that ended the match? Still no. Over the ropes and out of the ring. This is not the time nor the place for this, Big E. This is an important matchup. You don't want to waste... What are you doing? Big E Langston seems most confused here. Up to a count of 5, and as I say, this is normally when we see that skirmish to the ring, and today's no different. Andre stomping the ground there. Oh, wow. Andre gonna try and capital. Oh, here we go. That huge elbow. Nobody has kicked out of this just yet, I don't believe. And Big E powers out of that humongous elbow drop from Andre the Giant. No. No. Son of a bitch. The one bad thing about this game. Well, regardless of the way it ended, there it is. Andre the Giant defeats Big E Langston, I'd say with a huge credit to that massive elbow and then stretching out the torso afterwards. I mean, it makes sense. The question is, will Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins be the ones to end the undefeated streak of Andre the Giant? He's now NXT Champion, but he could be NXT Tag Team Champion in just a matter of weeks. Well, Andre the Giant is the first ever NXT Champion, and I gotta be honest, I did say from the very beginning of the tournament, I'd be very surprised if anyone was able to stop him on his road to winning it. Congratulations to Andre the Giant, the first ever NXT Champion. This isn't the end for Big E, you never know. He may get another opportunity down the line. I'd love to see these two face off again. But tune in next week on NXT when Ric Flair faces King Kong Bundy in a submission match to settle the score.